Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Jordan Everett. He has just shared his debut single titled Tension, and I am super excited to talk to him all about it. Jordan, thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Austin?
I'm doing great. Beautiful rainy day in Los Angeles that we can both bond over.
That it is.
It is, yeah, one of the maybe five we get per year. So,
They have been more common, which is
yeah,
scary. It's
if
scary.
it's not, yeah, yeah, exactly, climate change. So, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Enough about the boring weather. Let's talk about the single. It is called Tension for everyone that has not listened to it yet. And the first thing that I really want to know about is what it's all about. I want to know what inspired you, what the message behind the song is, and yeah, anything super important that the world should know.
Yeah. So the song starts post my breakup. I had a big breakup that happened on the East Coast, and it changed me for the better. And now I
I
live
hope so.
in Los Angeles, and um, that was really, rough time for me. And I was writing a whole bunch of music, and I just realized that there was a lot of tension in my friend group, and even just my location, and it works wonders what a location change can do for you. Um,
Oh,
and so that song is really just about like cutting ties with your former self and kind of anything that's dragging you down. And I say in the song, you know, I'm dreaming of leaving alone. I'm dreaming of sleeping on my own. I just want some free time. Haven't had any me time. And so, like, the first verse, obviously, is kind of about what's going on and how, like,
sure.
really leaving me alone and kind of driving me crazy. And then as the song progresses, we kind of reach this enlightenment by the end of the song, which is just it goes into this awesome indie like pop rock
Right.
that me and my producer came up with, which is super cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, the end product obviously is great. The journey of you getting there maybe not so great,
Yeah,
but heartbreak does tend to create good music, as
pressure makes.
terrible as that is.
Mhm.
And I hope you're better now. And obviously you've moved and things are
Yeah,
LA's the place to be, so good
yeah.
things are happening.
It was one of those moments where like I could tell even then and looking back, like that was the moment that could break a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so like just to know like I made it, and like even just like I said, like what a change can do. Like I'm in LA now, and now I have a lot more connections in the music industry, and I'm growing my fan base way bigger than I ever could in Massachusetts, where I'm from.
Totally.
And so it's cool to see like how that ties into like someone's mental health or someone's like how they feel
Yeah.
about themselves, and it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I definitely do want to talk about the production on this track because it is fantastic. So is the producer the other, I'm assuming the feature on the
Yeah,
track?
yeah. So
Okay.
he was actually supposed to be here, but unfortunately
Oh.
he overslept, I think. Um,
Ah, it's all good. It
I know.
happens.
But
It's the rain. It's the rain, I'm telling you, man.
you're right. You're right.
It lulls you to sleep.
It is. But yes, his name is Declan. He is one of my best friends. He grew up in Utah, and we've been making music for about 2 years,
Okay.
over over FaceTime. And I had never met him in person until I moved out here.
So
And
how'd you meet?
um, do you know who Buppy is?
No.
So there's this artist. His name is Buppy, and in like late 2017, early 2018, um, he contacted me and a whole bunch of other just under like up and coming
Sure,
artists
sure.
from my class, of artists that maybe haven't made it yet, but a lot of which who had. And we all got together and we formed a collective. We were called Resonance Entertainment. And for about 2.5 years, we kind of just collaborated, made a whole bunch of music, and went through a whole bunch of growth. And a lot of the songs that like we started with aren't even up now, and like no one really knows. But it's just it was more for us, more of a like I was, right, just coming out of high school, starting college, like not having really like a support system for my music. And so all of us kind of got together. And in the end of it, a lot of people left, a lot of people joined, like we went through all this change, but like there's a key group of people that at the end of the day, we all moved out to LA. And so now we all kind of live in this one big apartment complex.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. Yeah. It's the
Oh,
dream.
really? That's really cool. Like
Mhm.
that is the dream. It's
Yeah.
Listen, it's so tough to make music by yourself. Like you do need a support system. I say this all the time. The production side of music is like having three different brains. You
Mhm.
can be a music creator yourself. You can have all of the ideas, but in order to really put it together and figure it out, like it's a whole set of knowledge that it takes a lot of time. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, yes, sorry. I completely
Okay.
on so many tangents, but
All right, man.
the production is done by Grant, and actually the song was done in a night, which is
Wow.
very unusual for me because I tend to like slave myself over my work, and
Yeah.
I do spend months on songs and stuff like that. But I was during my like moving process from East Coast to West Coast, I stayed with another artist, one of my friends. His name is Zedrin. He's a rapper. He's pretty cool too. But
Yeah, shout him out, man.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I had my little laptop and I just had this crappy little mic, and I found that kind of first guitar loop, and then I sent that over to DXCKLIN, and within an hour and a half, he sent over like that beat, and he added way more guitar, and like it was kind of the foundation for it. And I wasn't doing anything that night, and so I was on my friend's bed with just
Yeah.
yeah, a little studio, and I recorded all the vocals, and I wrote the song, and it kind of came so natural. And he was on FaceTime the whole time, and we were just laughing and smoking. It was just great, organic, and like nice, fun.
Yeah, yeah.
When I got to LA, the first session I had ever had, like the first professional session I'd ever had, it was the night I got to LA, and I called DXCKLIN, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm outside. I'm outside."
I'm ready to go. I'm fresh off the plane. Let's do this thing.
And he was like, "Hey
Really
man,
funny.
I got the session. Let's fucking do it." And I was like, "All right." And so we went, and that was the day the song's done, which is cool.
That's so cool. All right, so then the real question is you've obviously been making music for a while. I can tell that music is a real passion of yours, obviously. What took so long to get a debut single out? Was it waiting for the move? Was it waiting for the inspiration or
So it's actually not my debut single. It's my debut single under this name. So
Okay, that's what I figured. I figured that a
yeah,
person like you who's been making music, there's no way.
yeah. So
Okay,
I switched my brand, and I didn't carry over any of my old songs, but
cool.
I have had previous success under the moniker or Monkey, or whatever that word is.
Now you got it.
TRACE. That was my old name. Yeah, I made a bunch of music in high school and college that some of it got really big, and some of it a lot of people liked. But I really felt like um, that was kind of just me growing, and it was kind of a notebook for me. It was kind of where I put my thoughts down, and none of the songs were really that complete, and none of the songs were well developed, and none of them had visuals, and none of the real artists or kind of what the more professional artists do. And so I felt like it was kind of time to retire that name, and just like SEO, like there's another artist named Trace that's bigger than me, and so like
Yeah, probably gonna get like country artists like Trace Adkins too,
yeah,
who's probably
that
gonna
was the
pop
one that
up.
came up like every
Oh, yeah.
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 And so
God, I hate that, dude. Living in the internet era, it's like you can't think of a cool ass name anymore.
yeah, no,
It's like,
seriously,
yeah, no, it's true.
yeah,
It's
it's weird how
Googleable.
like yeah, how names have become currency now.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
True.
think I felt it was best to change my name, and I was looking for names, and my middle name is Everett, and my first name is Jordan. So I was like,
Boom.
what? Let's do it.
There you go. I think
Yeah.
it flows off the tongue nicely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So then the obvious follow-up question here is, okay, you've got this new moniker, you're Jordan Everett now. You've got an awesome new single. You
Mhm.
seem like the type of person that's always working on something else.
Oh yeah.
Can we expect a follow-up? maybe in the next month, 2 months, end of the year?
So
Something you want to talk about or not?
yeah, so I'm dropping a single in January. This is like the first
Okay.
time anyone hears about it.
There we go. New year, new music.
And
Hell
it's
yeah.
actually my favorite song I've ever written. It's
Okay.
it's seriously like, yeah, this song is gonna do a lot. I hope that a lot of people listen to it and a lot of people like it. It's
I'm
cool.
sure they will. Well, so are you going to be looking to experiment within the sound, or do you feel that you've sort of found what you're looking for in this single that's going to carry over to the next?
I feel like I feel like a lot of what I do in tension is kind of um, okay, so I continue the story. So if tension is kind of post breakup, when I'm moving, when I'm saying, you know what, I'm done, I'm leaving, figure it. So so the song, sorry, I almost said the song.
Okay. It's all
The
good.
song is just about me realizing that like I still have feelings for her.
Yeah.
You
That'll
know,
never stop,
yeah,
unfortunately.
and yeah, exactly. And although like it's like, it sucks. Like it's all right, because like we're at the end of the day, we're all just trying to figure it out, which is the
Yeah.
name of the song.
There
Figure it
you go.
out. So
There you go.
yeah,
All right, enough about that. I don't want to hear about it anymore. We'll talk about it at a future time. I do want to know though, because tension has so many different genre influences. Like seriously, there's a lot going on. Anyone who listens can really get a feel for that. I want to know how you sort of modeled your sound. Did you model it after what you listened to in your personal time, or did you actively go out of your way to try to, formulate something
yeah.
fresh and
So
original?
I've always kind of listened to everything. I grew up with, I'm everything. My mom listens to Taylor
Yeah.
Swift and she listens to classic rock, and my dad showed me Run DMC and Public Enemy, and
Ah, good parents.
you know,
There you go.
I
Yeah.
discovered music
Yeah.
as a kid and stuff, and especially in the virtual world, it's so much easier now. And so when it came time to picking my new sound, I really felt like um, the way that the music industry and just society was going was a very Gen Z young hyper pop ish route, and I really felt like the artists that are doing stuff like Glaive and Breakins, Eric DOA, Aries, it may not be recognized that much by mainstream, but it's
Sure.
recognized by my generation, and I
Yeah.
know that for sure. And as we get older, we're starting to like run shit more, and like what we say
Yeah.
matters a lot more now. And so like it's cool because yeah, I just grew up listening to a lot of weird or liking a lot of stuff, but really setting my focus on a niche kind of new wave of like kind of punk and electro pop, if
Yeah.
you call it, or whatever it is. But I think it's awesome that no one can kind of put a set name to my music. I think that's the best conversation starter.
Right, but I also think that that's exactly the way that the music industry is going. I
Yeah.
think because it's never been easier to make music, and
Mhm.
when I say easy, I mean like obviously there's a threshold for difficulty, but really
Accessible.
like exactly because you're doing it all on your computer and you can infuse those elements without having to hire, an entire like horn section. You can just like
Play it.
program it in.
Hmm.
It's better though, and I think especially because we're this far in music's evolution, if you really want to go that deep, we are being inspired by what our parents listened to, and it's whatever they had on in the radio, and whether you like it or not, it comes through in your music.
Oh
And so
yeah.
I think the music that is coming out today is amazing in its own unique way, and I hope that whatever comes out today will be influenced by in the future. So
Hmm.
so I do want to know though, because it sounds like, relatively speaking, this song came out fairly quick. Like from your story, from the start to the finish, from the actual writing process to the clicking publish button, is there something that you enjoy the most about the process? Any part in the middle?
Yeah. So from like conception to birth, the song
Yes.
took about 5 months.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and I think what I enjoyed most was just the process of finishing, like really finishing a song.
Yeah.
And because I had done it in the past, but like when I redid my stuff, I was like, all right, well, like I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna get it released the right way, and I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it
Yep.
done. And it was eye opening, and it was a lot more work than I had intended. And like I sit here and I say that the song was done in a night, but like I just mean the lyrics, like,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, oh, it was so much work, but it was it was a blessing to have the people around me that I did who supported me.
Sure.
And I have a huge or a really good group of friends that helped me with a lot of stuff, and so
That's
thankful
awesome.
for. Mhm.
I think that there's a base level of perfectionism in every musician out there, whether they like to admit it or not.
Mhm.
How do you know when a song is done? How do you know when to click that submit button?
Oh, it's so ironic that you asked me that question because like I don't, I do not know it.
I don't
Um,
think there's a right answer, but
no,
I think it's up to the person, and I'd love for you to sort of put it into words.
yeah, I have a few techniques. Sorry. I have a few techniques um, when I show like a pretty finished song to someone. I have a few things that I like to notice. So, like, the first thing is um, the moment that the person goes to like pick up their phone in the song is the moment when the song gets too boring. And so that's when I know I have to change something. Is the moment that the person's like, "Oh, this song is really cool. This song is really cool." Boom. That's a song that I need to, or that's a sign that I need to switch it up.
Like that.
Um, Also, I'll show a song to like my friends at the beginning of the night, and then at the end of the night, if
When the state of mind is a little bit different.
yeah, if
Of course.
if they can remember the song lyrics, or if they can remember the tune of the song, or if it's still stuck in their head, then I know I have to work on that song more.
That's awesome. Seriously, that's a great way of putting it. I mean, like I said, there's so many people that just make music in their rooms. They don't send it out to people. So to really have that outside perspective must help a ton in kind of
I think it matters
finishing things up. It does matter,
the audience.
but it's also having the friend group that can be brutally honest with you. Being surrounded by yes men and just like, yeah, Jordan, it's great. Like we don't give a shit. Like just
And
do
we
whatever you
keep
want.
each other grounded. Believe me, we're very good
Good.
about like I'll have songs that I love, and I'll bring it to my like um again, like we're all friends, but
Right.
like my one of my best friends is my creative director, so
Yeah.
like I'll bring it to my creative director, and I'll be like, hey, I really love this song. She'll be like, this is awesome, but like not for you in any capacity. I need you to scrap it. That's
There
right.
should
I'll be like,
be
all right.
That's awesome. There should be no sugarcoating in music critiquing.
Mm-hmm.
It's either good or
Put it
it's
here
not,
for
and it
you,
needs to change something.
1,000 people. Yeah.
I love that. All right, hypothetically speaking, what does the next year of your life look like in a perfect world?
I want to keep releasing music. I want to get better at releasing music faster. So I want to put out a song and a video. I want to be able to do it in a month. Right now, it takes about 2 to 3 months to get like
Yeah,
the video done and all the press kit, press stuff, and all the like to get all of it together. It's a lot of work, but I
yeah.
want to get better at doing it. And I also want to tour. I'm trying to put together a tour for the fall. That'd be ideal. But I'm going to start performing in the spring, nonetheless.
Okay, cool.
Um, and I want to start collaborating with artists. I have so many artists that I've been
Oh
listening
man.
to that are small, more smaller than like Drake, I guess.
Sure. Well, that's a high bar.
That's definitely
But yeah.
um, that I'd love to work together. And so there's been a few talks of some collaborations that I'm working on, which is cool.
Nice man. All it takes is a DM
Oh,
and some a little bit of luck, obviously. But
yeah.
I mean, collaborations are really the best way to get your name out there. Use
Mhm.
each other's followings to build each other up. And I think music is such a community. Like at least the good people that are not like no no no,
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
off. So
None of the gatekeeping.
exactly, dude. So much, so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jordan, I've got one more question for you at this point.
All
I
right.
want to know, for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that is going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them as they listen to Tension?
Well, first off, hello. Thank you for listening to my music. I'm Jordan Everett. I am a 20-year-old singer, songwriter, producer, um, kid who hasn't gotten over his ex yet, writing songs in LA. And I really fucking care about music. Um, it's all I want to do in life. And I feel most at home in the studio when I'm writing music and telling the stories of my life and the lives of those around me. And if you want to come along for the ride, you're considered early so far. So hop on because hopefully we're going to take over the world.
Two thumbs up for the passionate answer.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Jordan, I cannot thank you enough for coming on and bearing your soul and giving super in depth answers. It's always better that way. For
Mm-hmm.
everyone else out there who has not listened yet, Tension is out.
Oh,
Play
yeah.
it, stream it, send it to your friends. If you are suffering from heartbreak, this song is for you.
Oh,
Listen. And also, hello, Cat. But also follow him on his social media because it sounds like there's obviously a ton on the way, and this is a journey that I will be following.
mm-hmm.
Thank you so
100%.
much again, man. This has been great.
Thank you so much, man.
You're very welcome. I hope we run into each other in LA and I'll be like, hey, Jordan, what's up, man? And you'll be like, Austin, hello. And then we'll do things. All right, man. Have a nice rest of your day. Take it easy, and we will definitely be talking soon.
All right. Thank you, man.
Take care. Bye bye.